since 5th grade when I hit the weight room with my brother, it motivated me. So that motivation's never left, and every day I find a way to get better, 1% better every day. That's when I really started to hit the weight room and believe this dream. And I didn't really ever tell anybody. I wouldn't go around saying, I'm gonna play in the NFL, I wanna play in the NFL. I knew that was my desire inside.
Zach Olstad's childhood dream took him on an extraordinary journey. Over the next half hour, we'll speak with some of the closest members of Zach's support system, family, friends, teammates, and coaches, to uncover his incredible journey from small-town Minnesota to the National Football League.
I don't even know how to put it into words, the level of passion of football and competition. And knowing that he's done everything, crossed every T, dotted every I, that he can to better himself and help him be the strongest, that one person out of 11 on a football team.
So it wasn't just one thing in his life that he was doing well, he was doing it all well. You got a sense when you talk to him that he just wanted to work hard and he wanted to prove people wrong.
I know a lot of people that work extremely hard, but I think Zach's probably the top of the list. He was always out here grinding 110 miles an hour, but that's just the passion that he has for the game of football and in life and school. I mean, everything he does, and that's why he's so successful, both on the field and off.
That is Zach, that's who he is, and gradually here more and more people are getting to know that. He impresses and amazes everyone he works with because of what he's willing to give and how hard he's willing to work.
He's not about glitz, glamour. He's not about, I deserve this. He's like, this every minute I'm there, I'm gonna give you everything I got.
I think I've got a lot of compliments about my work ethic, and everyone says, well, he worked hard and he did the little things right, and it's so cliche. It really is. The greatest, athletes, the greatest at anything they do, does the little things. They're always 10, 15 minutes early, staying late, and that's just kind of something that I took seriously in high school, but maybe not as much as when I came to Winona. Then I stepped it up a notch.
The roots of Zach's success can be found through his experience growing up in Harmony, Minnesota.
I grew up on a farm since I was about 6 years old. My grandpa always had a farm. So it's just kind of roots I was raised with.
When we bought the farm, we lived in the Amish house for about 7 months. It didn't have running water or plumbing or electricity, but we didn't ever think twice about it. We just knew that we could do it.
Every day that we woke up and went to work or worked here on the farm and building the house, it's create what you want, and then it will be that way if you work hard enough for it.
Creating this farm that we have and the home we have, it was a lot of commitment, a lot of sacrifice. That was maybe the building blocks to his commitment when he has a goal in mind.
What my parents laid as a foundation as work is work. It's supposed to be hard. You got to put your effort into it, but you can enjoy it, and what you get out of it is your reward.
We always tried to instill that into the kids from a young age on, is that no matter what you set for yourself, anything is possible, and that your dreams can come true.
It was shared from day one. If you want something, commit yourself and work as hard as you can until you accomplish a goal you've set for yourself. Everything that's happened has played a portion of the development of all of us, and Zach in particular.
I think it just made you kind of a blue-collar type guy. Found out at an early age what it took to work hard, work long days out on the farm with your dad, brother, your mom, and your grandparents. Kind of a team effort too, so you kind of apply that to team concepts in the NFL and at Winona State as well.
The Olstads showed passion for anything they did, and Zach's incredible passion for football started with his older brother Levi.
Growing up, we'd be watching NFL football games on Sunday, really young, and we'd only watch till about halftime. We never really sat and watched a full game. Every single time, we'd leave to go to the backyard or go outside and watch till halftime, and then we played out the second half, him and I. I would be one team, he'd be the other, and we'd just basically run into each other for a good hour and play football.
Levi and Melody would go to school, and Zachary and I would be home during the day, and so right after they would leave for school, and if Zachary was feeling sad, we would go out in the lawn and play catch with the football, or he'd run routes and I'd try to defend him, but it's great memories. He always wanted to play 24 hours a day if we would let him. I don't think Zachary's ever looked at himself as being Just the little younger one is always that fearless, like I can do what Levi does or I can do what Melody does. It was never to him like he couldn't do it. He always knew he could do it, and size didn't matter, and it was his willingness and drive and determination that just gave him the ability and that fearlessness that I can do this.
Well, my brother's really been my go-to guy, you know, besides my parents. He's just always pushing me so much, like I almost didn't believe in myself compared to how much he believed in me. He always pushed me and he always believed that I could do it.
Family first. That has been our mantra forever. We're a very close-knit family. I don't think we had many meetings at the table that you have to have a strong work ethic, you have to be fair and kind and committed to your team. It just came naturally. He'd run through a wall for us, and we'd definitely give it our best shot. I don't know if I'd get through, but I'd try to run through a wall for him too.
Cars and Credit has always helped their customers find a vehicle that's right for their budget. But now, with their totally redesigned website, Cars and Credit is making it even easier. Check out inventory, fill out a credit application, view video testimonials. You can even make payments, all in one convenient location. Simply go to carsandcredit.com and start the search for your next vehicle today.
When you need a car and you need credit, come and get it at Cars and Credit. Come and get it at Cars and Credit.
Over the last 30 years, Waukesha Construction Company has helped with the growth and beautification of numerous communities in the tri-state area. We strive to provide excellent customer service with a fair-priced bid on all projects. Our goal is to provide quality workmanship and excellent service in a timely manner. With an outstanding office staff, superior supervisors, and talented tradesmen to complete all jobs with the standard of excellence, our people are what set us apart. Visit WaukeshaConstruction.com for information and examples of past and current projects, or call 507-454-2707. Sunshine Refuse is your locally owned and operated choice for trash removal in the Winona and surrounding communities. Owner Tony Buckland built Sunshine Refuse on service, and he and his crew put the needs of their customers first, as your satisfaction is their #1 priority, and you can see it in their work. Put a little sunshine in your day. Call Sunshine Refuse at 507-452-5107 and start your service today. You'll be happy that you did.
Okay, you just need to choose a protection plan here that works best for you, and you'll be driving away in your new car. We want to make sure that you and your family feel protected against any issues that may arise. I think the Platinum option works best for you.
Did you notice how Max Profit didn't give you the option to say no? You don't need this pressure. It doesn't have to be this way. Max Profit doesn't work at Lewiston Auto, so you won't be pressured to pay for what you don't need. Visit lewistonauto.com to learn more.
Lewiston Auto, the value leader.
With the support of his family, Zach found success as a student athlete at Fillmore Central High School, but his future in football was far from guaranteed.
I was a walk-on, and basically this was the only place that really wanted me. And I came here, I was a linebacker, I was at the bottom of the depth chart. I had great leaders in front of me who definitely helped me, stick it out. A lot of people who get bottom of the depth chart would think about quitting. You want to be a starter right away, and that's just not how my situation was.
We had him on the defensive side. He was an inside linebacker, and he was a good one, but he had some limitations. He wasn't as tall as we'd like, and he wasn't as fast as he'd like. He had all these things against him, but the way that he worked and the way that he grinded it out and the physicalness and all those kind of things were like, okay, he's a natural fullback.
So I had 3 months, before the season in the summer to learn all the fullback stuff, and I played a little tight end as well. Starting fullback goes down the first game, and I'm right in the game.
Zach's very first rep on offense, he kind of wheeled around the corner, and his guy was right there in line. He got absolutely blown up.
Dude squared him up, and we cut right behind it, which is what you want. Get in his way, tell him a short story. He didn't make the tackle. We scored.
It was kind of a welcome to college football moment for him, but after that, he was all good from there.
And from that day forward, he really started taking over our offense. His leadership skills are through the roof, and his passion is second to none, and then he's just a really darn good football player.
He was always in the right spot, and if I needed to dump it to him quick, I knew he was going to be there, and that's exactly what he was his whole career.
He'd rather hit you than talk to you, and that's what the qualities of a great fullback is.
He's got this desire to be great in everything he does, whether it was in the classroom or out in the community or on the field. That type of mentality can be contagious with everybody else and everybody around him, and our offense kind of took that persona, and he became one of those guys that our offense looked to as the type of mentality of the guys that we wanted to just go out and play. They weren't big rah-rah guys, but they always worked hard, and they were coachable, and they were a really cohesive unit, and that was something that really kind of came about because of him.
Olstad quickly went from walk-on to impact player for the Winona State Warriors, but his most challenging adversity would threaten to end his career.
Fullback, it's a physical position where one play and you can be done. And he had that a couple of times with torn labrum and a broken foot.
I broke my foot versus Upper Iowa. Just planted on it funny, and it just felt a crack in there. And on the field, it wasn't terrible that game. I was limping. It was like a sprained ankle. That's what it felt like. But then it swelled up, and the next few weeks to finish out the season, I tried to tape it. That didn't help at all because more pressure just made it even more painful. So I just had a bare foot in my cleat and just went to work and tried to ignore the pain.
You commit to a team, a little pain, if you're not truly injuring yourself more, then what's a little pain?
Hey, your foot's broken, but this is football. You just have to man up and go out and play. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt more after the game, but be tough, and that's how he was raised. That's how Heath and Melanie raised him. Is don't complain about anything. You just keep your mouth shut and you go to work.
I felt like the team was relying on me, and I didn't want to let anyone down. Like I always said, it's cliche, it's a long way from your heart. Your foot's far from your heart, so just keep working and just kind of ignored the pain.
Most kids wouldn't be able to do what he did. Most kids just don't want to go through all of that. He's been through multiple injuries, but he always found a way to come back, and he listened to the trainers, he listened to the doctors. He has strong faith. He's got a lot of support in his family and from us and his teammates, and you just knew he was going to keep coming back. I mean, we had many conversations about whether he should keep playing football. Body's beat up, you're going to have surgery on your foot, all these different things, but yet he just looks at you like, you're crazy, I'll be back in 4 weeks.
I landed on the ground one of the last plays of the spring game, and my shoulder popped back this way, and it went back into place right away, but everything went numb, and I was like, that's not good. Couldn't really rotate my shoulder, so I went in, got an MRI, and had a posterior labrum tear. And as a fullback, if your shoulders aren't working well, you're not blocking well. So me, Coach Sawyer, and Stacy talked about sitting out that next year, becoming a student assistant coach for the tight ends and fullbacks, and that's what happened. It wasn't the route I wanted to take.
As soon as he was hurt, we're like, okay, we got to keep this kid around, because we knew he wasn't going to go away. He was going to stay in the program and try to play that last year. And I knew right away, and Cam and I, Coach Keller and I talked about it and said, well, he's going to be in our program, we might as well have him start coaching.
I think my biggest concern for him as he came in was how much he was going to miss playing the game, being injured. But he really took it as a positive, and he really did a great job with those tight ends of getting them ready to go. And I think it kind of showed his maturity as he continued to do it.
He knew exactly what had to be done at the position, each and every position, and being able to take a guy that's been doing it for 2 years and plugging into the guys that maybe hadn't been playing as much at tight end and giving them on the field experience and different little techniques or footwork they can do. That was huge for all those tight ends that year, so they were very successful for us that year.
It just was hard not being out there with the guys, and you didn't really feel as part of the team.
You definitely could see where we were missing Zach in that whole season, though. I mean, we weren't able to do almost an entire package of our playbook because we didn't have a fullback on our team at the time.
It was challenging because in yourself you're not doing much to help the team besides run a few drills here and there, spot the ball on different drills they're doing in practice.
He was always there. He was always supporting me. A lot of times he would throw balls to me after practice. He found ways to stay involved.
You could definitely see it, especially in some of the games where it was tight and we ended up losing. You definitely see it late at night. We were just sitting around talking about the game. You could definitely see he was burning out to get there, and he was getting ready for that next season.
We'd watch him in pregame, and watching him, he's almost ready to, put the helmet on right there as he's trying to do the drills. It was very enjoyable to watch him grow as another part of the football experience. Just talking to him and the amount of studying he did to do a good job, a quality job for the team that was on the field, his teammates, and for the coaching staff in the Warrior program.
When you sit in meetings for 60 hours a week, you learn a lot more football that is much more in depth. The biggest part is he has a different perspective, and I think that helped him even now with the Buffalo Bills. He's looking at it now from, okay, I don't want to just run this route, I got to run this route this way against that particular defense. So his learning of football is at a deeper level.
Watching film, I think that helped the most, missing a year, because You know, you get with coaches and older players, and what are you looking at? What are their tells on defense, offense? You know, how does this linebacker take on an ISO block? Different things like that. And I didn't really know that at a younger age. I just kind of played the game and kept trying to work hard and just be a do-it-all guy. But, you know, I really broke the game down, got my body physically ready to go. Because my junior year to my senior year, even in pictures, you can tell I was just in better shape my senior year, and I stayed healthy too. So I took my nutrition much more seriously, and that played a big role.
He definitely looked at the game from a different perspective, and you know that can be taken away from you so quick that every play could be your last one. You guys got to go 100 miles an hour. He just kept grinding. Like, he never complained that he was playing 4 games with a broken foot. He never complained that he had shoulder surgery. He's like, well, gotta take an ice bath, or he would come back from practice and he'd have ice bags on his knees, his shoulders, his elbows. I don't think you can get any more ice on him. He's growing, he's maturing. You know, next you know, he's being more of the vocal leader, and guys looking up to him like, this guy works, this guy grinds.
Over the last 30 years, Waukesha Construction Companies helped with the growth and beautification of numerous communities in the tri-state area. We strive to provide excellent customer service with a fair-priced bid on all projects. Our goal is to provide quality workmanship and excellent service in a timely manner. With an outstanding office staff, superior supervisors, and talented tradesmen to complete all jobs with the standard of excellence, our people are what set us apart. Visit WaukeshaConstruction.com for information and examples of past and current projects, or call 507-454-2707. Sunshine Refuse is your locally owned and operated choice for trash removal in the Winona and surrounding communities. Owner Tony Buckland built Sunshine Refuse on service, and he and his crew put the needs of their customers first, as your satisfaction is their #1 priority, and you can see it in their work. Put a little sunshine in your day. Call Sunshine Refuse at 507-452-5107 and start your service today. You'll be happy that you did.
Okay, you just need to choose a protection plan here that works best for you, and you'll be driving away in your new car. We want to make sure that you and your family feel protected against any issues that may arise. I think the Platinum option works best for you.
Did you notice how Max Profit didn't give you the option to say no? You don't need this pressure. It doesn't have to be this way. Max Profit doesn't work at Lewis Auto, so you won't be pressured to pay for what you don't need. Visit lewistonauto.com to learn more.
Lewiston Auto, the value leader.
Cars and Credit has always helped their customers find a vehicle that's right for their budget. But now, with their totally redesigned website, Cars and Credit is making it even easier. Check out inventory, fill out a credit application, view video testimonials. You can even make payments, all in one convenient location. Simply go to carsandcredit.com and start the search for your next vehicle today.
When you need a car and you need credit, come and get it at Cars and Credit. Come and get it at Cars and Credit.
Zach Olstad made a great impact on Winona State football in his 6 years in the program, with none being more impactful than leading the Warriors back to the postseason as a senior.
Years from now, we're going to look back on it, and I think you're going to be able to still see signs of his impact. It's probably going to be more significant and more important than people right now can imagine.
Yeah, do they? Yeah, they have it on the board already. I just saw that for the first time on the board, so it felt good. It felt like I was right where I needed to be. Everything that year kind of fell into place. You know, we had adversity, we had injuries. We were kind of an underdog coming into the season, and we have some dogs on this team who, you know, didn't want to be an underdog. So we really got after it in practice. It got us to the playoffs, and unfortunately we lost to the team who won the national championship, but we weren't satisfied with that, but it was still a heck of a year.
And that's why we went to playoffs this year, is because guys like him, he works so hard, and that rubs off on people.
People want to be like him because they saw him do it, but I really think the biggest influence from him is going to be the people that played around him and the story we tell about him for the next few years.
Olstad's success at Winona State would provide many opportunities, but he couldn't give up on his unlikely childhood dream of playing in the National Football League.
I was going down that route to get my teaching license, and still kind of, you know, have that in the back of my mind if the NFL doesn't work out.
He was a little skeptical because he was like, you know, my body's beat up, like, I don't know, D2, fullback, you know, and I told him, I was like, just go and be Zach Olstad and pour everything that you have into it.
My circle really believes in me too, from family to close friends, so I just keep working, keep my head down, and stay humble. It's very motivating, but I'm also humble at the same time. Like, I'm not forget these guys because they didn't believe in me. I appreciate that maybe they don't think I can do it, but I'm gonna prove that I am good enough to be at this level.
And he poured everything into it. You know, he went up to the cities to train at ETS. Got a lot bigger, faster, stronger. He was around some NFL dudes up there.
Well, I was actually watching the last day of the draft, and I've never really watched the draft before. And, you know, my agent was like, you know, just have your phone on you at the last. I wasn't expecting to get drafted, I'm not saying that at all, but after the draft, they start calling the undrafted guys and inviting them, you know, to be an undrafted free agent. And that night of the last round of the draft, I didn't get any calls. So I was like, I wasn't mad, but I was like, man, I still got a little time, but, you know, I need some good juju to happen for this to work out. So the next day I got up early and I went to my local high school and I was lifting and I had my phone on loud, so I didn't want to miss a call because then, you know, they probably just skip you and go to someone else because they don't really know you at all. So they're just giving you a shot and you better answer the phone. So my agent texted me and he was like, hey, the Bills are calling in 10 minutes, have your phone on. It felt like 30 minutes and I don't even know if it was 10 minutes later, but it just like time stood still. I didn't feel quite right. It was really exciting. And they gave me a call and it was like a 45-second conversation. This is so-and-so from the Buffalo Bills. You're invited to our rookie minicamp for a tryout. And I think I put the phone down and just kind of, and I don't really cry much, but I think I teared up a little bit and was just like looking around like this is where it all started. I was in my local Fillmore Central High School and I put in so much time there and it really paid off.
And he said, well, when can you get out on the field and throw to me? I was like, whenever you can get here, I'll be out here throwing to you. I was so happy for him just to get that call because he'd worked so hard for it up until that point.
I called him, I said, go out there and just have fun, enjoy it. Go extremely hard and it's gonna be a lifelong memory that nobody can ever take away from you because no matter what happens at that point, you're in the NFL for 3 days.
So we knew when he went out there that he wasn't gonna waste any time. It's gonna be 72 hours of full-fledged Buffalo Bill football and give it his very best.
And he did that. He went there and he worked out with the quarterback from Wyoming and spent time with the fullback they already have. I mean, he went to work and coaches appreciate that.
I'm back to being, the rookie and you gotta earn your stripes every day. You're trying to earn respect from those older veteran guys. You're trying to, pick their brains. So you're trying to get better every single second of the day, and it's exhausting.
We had said to Zachary, we are not going to call you, we are not going to text you, we will wait to hear from you. We know you're busy. Saturday, we are all a bundle of nerves. We knew that we were either going to be hearing from him early on that he was going to be on a plane heading back to Minnesota.
You look at the clock and it's 11 o'clock in the morning, you look at the clock, it's 11:03. Even though we want to hear from him, the longer it is till we hear, that's even better.
After the second practice, Coach McDermott pulled us all together. And, he said, if you're going to be invited to come back, a scout will approach you when you're leaving the field. I was looking around like, I don't know, if I don't get a contract here, I don't know if I'll ever play football again. There's a time where you have to realize maybe this isn't my dream.
So we decided to take a ride to Winona, and that's where he spent his 6 years of college.
But I was walking off the field, and I took it extra slow that day to walk off the field. I was like, "Come on, scouts, give me a little bit here." And I saw one out of my vision here, and he approached me and said, "Hustle the locker room, get showered up. We're gonna take you to see our team doctor." And we did a few X-rays to make sure everything's good, and from past injuries, and everything looks good. And signed a contract.
On our way home, my phone, I had received a text from Zachary, and it just basically said, I can't talk right now, but I'm the only one. Sorry. Just that he was the only one of 31 guys, and we just went crazy.
Needless to say, the emotions went through the truck roof at that point.
It hasn't worn off. Don't take it, we don't take it for granted. Very surreal. And when he called, I got a lot of this when we got that news. So it, like I said, that feels like yesterday, and it hasn't worn off, and I hope it's more to come.
I was sitting in school on Monday, and I look and I said, Buffalo Bills signed Zach Olstad, and I was I was so excited for Zach. Zach deserves it. Nobody ever worked harder than he did. Nobody ever poured the passion and the time and the hard work like Zach Olstad did. But those are the people who end up making it.
You know, it's truly a dream come true, but I don't want this to just be an experience. I want this to, you know, build to a career, and I'm going to keep working for that.
Sunshine Refuse is your locally owned and operated choice for trash removal in the Winona and surrounding communities. Owner Tony Buckland built Sunshine Refuse on service, and he and his crew put the needs of their customers first, as your satisfaction is their #1 priority, and you can see it in their work. Put a little sunshine in your day. Call Sunshine Refuse at 507-452-5107 and start your service today. You'll be happy that you did.
Okay, you just need to choose a protection plan here that works best for you, and you'll be driving away in your new car. We want to make sure that you and your family feel protected against any issues that may arise. I think the Platinum option works best for you.
Did you notice how Max Profit didn't give you the option to say no? You don't need this pressure. It doesn't have to be this way. Max Profit doesn't work at Lewiston Auto, so you won't be pressured to pay for what you don't need. Visit lewistonauto.com to learn more.
Lewiston Auto, the value leader.
Cars and Credit has always helped their customers find a vehicle that's right for their budget. But now, with their totally redesigned website, Cars and Credit is making it even easier. Check out inventory, fill out a credit application, view video testimonials. You can even make payments, all in one convenient location. Simply go to carsandcredit.com and start the search for your next vehicle today.
When you need a car and you need credit, come and get it at Cars and Credit. Come and get it at Cars and Credit.
Over the last 30 years, Waukesha Construction Companies helped with the growth and beautification of numerous communities in the tri-state area. We strive to provide excellent customer service with a fair-priced bid on all projects. Our goal is to provide quality workmanship and excellent service in a timely manner. With an outstanding office staff, superior supervisors, and talented tradesmen to complete all jobs with the standard of excellence, our people are what set us apart. Visit waukeshaconstruction.com for information and examples of past and current projects, or call 507-454-2707.
For Zach Olstad, signing an NFL contract didn't represent the finish line of a dream. It was the starting point for a whole new challenge.
Well, actually, I only brought one bag of clothes out to Buffalo, and my parents finished the school year. They both work at the school. They drove out to Buffalo, and they brought me extra clothes, and they brought me a suitcase, so I had some more clothing to wear around besides, just the Bills gear that they addressed to me.
It didn't feel like we were in a big city. And we got to go to the New Era Stadium facility area. It kind of feels like you're driving through the streets of Harmony and all of a sudden there's a big stadium waiting for you. I think it's the perfect fit for him.
They have a team minister. He would come with a van and pick up any rookies or recruits that would want to go to church with them on Sunday. So that was a good feeling for a mom, probably back so far away, just knowing that they care about that side of their players also.
The Buffalo Bills organization, everything that we've learned in this short time is everything that we've tried to embrace. Family, faith, hard work, showing up and giving your best.
They tell you to find a mentor in the NFL, find a mentor, because the NFL, it's a tough gig. You gotta earn every dollar you make, and to win every week, you gotta earn it. Pat DeMarco's been truly a blessing for me because he's been to the Pro Bowl. He's made it past his rookie contract. He's 29. He's a veteran. And that's who I look up to. That's who I want to be. I remember even college watching his highlight films. I've learned a lot for sure in different little technical things with technique as fullbacks, just life as a fullback, things like that. So it's been a lot of fun. And he took me to a country concert, so we're already close. There's a lot of similarities, and at the end of the day, it's football. But a lot of these veteran guys, like Pat DeMarco, Chris Ivory, LaShawn McCoy, we're all in the same meeting rooms. I'm with the running backs now, so learning from them, seeing how they handle themselves as professionals, it's pretty cool. Try not to get starstruck because, at the end of the day, this is your job, and if you can't be a professional about it, you won't be here.
But Olstad is a professional. After years of looking to the NFL as inspiration for his dream, he's become that same inspiration for other kids looking to do the same.